and a great big happy new month. It is May 1st, first of the month, EIO, and how do you do? This is Wayne Goldsboro Television. I'm Wayne Alley.
And I'm Kim Bess. Good morning.
Woo.
Thank you for being with us.
Yes.
May 1st, my goodness.
May Day.
This is my favorite month.
Is it really?
May is always, it just feels like spring, so many flowers blooming. May has always been my favorite month.
It is
Love it.
really nice. I like it too. I guess I can't decide which I like better, May or spring or fall. I like them both.
Yeah, I like fall too.
Yeah, I like them differently, I guess, for different reasons, but it's hard to, apples and oranges, I guess.
That's exactly right.
Okay,
That's right.
May 1st today, and boy, you sit down for this one.
Okay, everybody hold on.
Hold on, what you got here? America's first cricket tournament.
Oh my goodness,
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
These two crickets faced off each other? No, it's something else. The first cricket tournament was held in New York City. Cricket is a popular European sport played by teams of 11 players who use bats and balls and wickets.
Well, how about that?
You ever heard of a sticky wicket?
Yes, I have.
A sticky wicket is actually the ground on which the ball is thrown, and a sticky wicket is a wicket that's become damp or wet.
Okay.
And you can't, once you throw that ball, the ball could go anywhere. Once it hits that ground, it could bounce anywhere. So a sticky wicket is not a good thing.
There you go.
All right.
Just a piece of trivia for you
A
today.
little bit of information for you there.
Yes.
Birthdays today include Judy Collins. The Judy Blue Eyes, she was called Sweet Judy Blue Eyes. The sweet is spelled S-U-I-T-E. It's a sweet.
Ah.
Okay? Sweet Judy Blue Eyes. Judy Blue Eyes is 75 years today. She sang Both Sides Now, Amazing Grace, Send in the Clowns, and a bunch of others. On the very same day, Rita Coolidge is having her birthday. She is 69 years.
Oh, wow.
Ray Parker Jr., I ain't afraid no ghost, is having a birthday. He is 60 today, Ray Parker Jr., hard to believe.
Wow. Happy birthday if it's
yeah.
a special day for you. And on today's show, Mr. Alley,
Who's on today's show, Mr. Alley?
we have Charlie Ivey from the Partnership for Children of Wayne County here talking about their Lobster and Shrimp Fest, which is tomorrow. They'll be selling lots and lots of lobster and shrimp, and the shrimp are heading to Goldsboro, and so are all those hundreds of lobster.
Whoa, all right.
Yeah, that's a great day. It's a really good fundraiser for them. We also have 2 award-winning students from Wayne Community College on today's show, and let me tell you,
Those guys are sharp.
they are sharp as a tack, and they are so inspiring. You don't want to miss their story. It's very unusual, but it is fabulous, and we're so proud of them.
And you hear this so often. You know, I was talking with Tara Humphreys before we videotaped that interview that you did, and she was telling me that here's 2 young men who found within themselves, were inspired. Motivation. They were motivated to go to Wayne Community College.
At a little older age than your typical they're your typical student.
And that otherwise, they may have, as so many younger people do, they may have ended up going down the wrong path.
And you'll hear how this really changed their life forever. And in their words, for generations to come.
Yeah.
It's a great story.
They will have an effect on many people. Wait till you hear this. It's a great story. Coming up, the 18th annual Hal Plonk Disability Awareness Walk. That will be held on the 7th. That's on the 7th of May at St. Paul United Methodist Church. Everything gets underway at 9:30. It's a 5-block walk that starts at 10 a.m. Everything lines up at 9:30. They start walking at 10. Eastern Wayne High School band performing. There will be refreshments and balloons and face painting and a whole lot more. It's a lot of fun. Call Jim Mullen if you want to know more about this. Jim's number 778-5391, 778-5391. Be a part of this.
You can also call LaTerry Ward with Community Affairs at the City of Goldsboro. It is a great walk in honor, of course, of one of our former mayors here for the City of Goldsboro, they do a great job organizing this and have a big turnout every year.
Indeed, they do. Everybody loved Hal Plonk.
Absolutely. He was a good one.
Yeah.
Want to remind you that Goldsboro Parks and Recreation, there will be a bond referendum on May 6th regarding 4 projects here within the City of Goldsboro, of course, that are all Parks and Recreation related. Go to the city's website, which is goldsboronc.gov. Educate yourself on this bond referendum, on what it includes, what it will cover, how it will make a difference in our community. So when you go on May 6th, you can be educated before you vote.
That's a pet peeve of mine, is when people go into the voting booth and they don't know anything about the people they're voting for. They don't know anything about the bonds that are up. So you really need to if you don't know about it, you shouldn't be voting one way or the other.
GoldsboroNC.gov.
There you go. All right, let's. What are we going to do now?
I think we're going to our interviews.
Oh yeah.
Have you heard the lobsters are coming to Goldsboro? Well, the Partnership for Children is having their annual Lobster Fest, and joining me today is Executive Director Charlie IVEY of the Partnership for Children. Welcome.
Thank you, Kim.
So
Glad to be here.
the lobsters are on their way.
The lobsters are, well, actually the lobsters are still in the ocean.
Swimming?
They're still swimming. They are not pulled from the water until the day before.
That's right.
Then they get a first-class ticket to RDU, and
Yes,
they're
they
picked up
do.
and brought to Goldsboro.
They ride in style, right?
Right in style. So.
Well, tell us about the lobsters. How does this work, and what does the funds go for that you raise with the Lobster Fest?
Kim, the Lobster and Shrimp Fest, as it now is held annually. This is our 10th annual event. We use the funds to support the programs at the partnership. Obviously, we receive a lot of state funds, but they do not cover all the programs which we like to have for our young
Right.
children. So we use the Lobster Fest as a way of supplementing the funds we receive from the state, from the federal government, and also from grants that we
Right.
receive.
Because you are a nonprofit, 501c3.
Exactly.
Nonprofit.
We are a nonprofit. We depend upon everyone's generosity and compassion for kids to help us do our work.
Tell us, if you will, Charlie, for those few, I still find it hard to believe people don't know, but tell us what the partnership is and what its goals are.
Kim, I like to say that we're the one-stop shop for kids from birth to age 5, from the time they start school. The state partnership has a theme, 2,000 days. The first 2,000 days of a life, which is approximately the time a child is born until he or she enters kindergarten, we consider the most vital part of their growth and development.
Tell me why they're the most vital part.
Well, during the child's early years, the brain is developed. The brain is one of the portions of the body that is not fully developed when they're born. It depends upon being trained
and exposed.
to things during the first 2 and 3 years in order to make neuron connections and create the networks in which later learning is built.
So it's basically making sure that child has a very strong foundation.
Exactly.
And are exposed enough to have opportunities to have a strong foundation.
The whole idea is giving the kid a smart start.
Exactly.
So,
perfect.
So anyway, so the Lobster Fest, as I said, helps us to get the funds that we think is needed to support programs. We provide programs not only for the kids, but for their parents and for their child care providers, whether it be child care centers, family homes, or even live-in babysitters.
Exactly. Well, you know, and you all do so much that I think the community's not aware of. You have such a wide array of services that you offer, from a lending library, which is a library very much like our public libraries.
Exactly.
But instead of just books, which you do have, you also have educational toys and other things.
We have toys, costumes,
books,
games, all these things which are designed to help a child learn during those early years.
Right, and for $10 a year, is it still $10?
$10 a year.
Goodness.
Any parent, any child care center can use the lending library.
Parent, grandparent,
anyone
anybody can come
as I said, for $10 a year, and you can get up to 7, 8 items per month. Keep them a month. When the child tires of them, bring them back, clean, gently used, and check out something new.
You know, that for me, I just think that is such a fantastic resource in our community for parents, especially new parents or grandparents who don't want to go out and have to buy toys that are so expensive, or can be, when their child's going to outgrow them like that.
Kim, it's interesting. Yesterday, I was at a information fair at Base, and some of the young parents that are new to Goldsboro, new to Wayne County, who have very limited funds. Their households are very small. They have young kids. And I tell them about the lending library. They said, "You've got to be kidding."
I know.
I said, "No, it's a
great
wonderful
little secret.
wonderful resource." So, anyway.
Well, the list goes on and on with what you all offer parents, from, classes.
Prenatal education
classes, free.
Workshops for parents who have kids with
Challenging
behavior problems. All these things often are at minimal or totally free to the public.
And for folks, if you're interested in finding out what all programs that they offer at the Partnership for Children, you can go to their website, which is pfcw.org, and you can find out every program, if it costs anything, when it's taught, what it's about, and you can find out who's in charge of it so you can realize who you need to contact to find out more about it.
If you have a child that's just been born, up to the age of 5 to the time they've entered school, there's something for you at the partnership.
That's exactly right.
So,
that's exactly right.
So now back to our original.
Yes, back
we
to the
pay for
lobster
this.
and shrimp.
Pay for this by the funds we raise, and as I said, our major fundraiser for the year will be held May 2nd. What we have, we sell live or cooked lobsters, or frozen or cooked shrimp. They're $25 a serving. As I said earlier, in a sort of fun way, they are totally fresh. We fly them in from Maine the day before. We cook them right there on site. They get tremendously rave reviews.
Yes, absolutely, every year.
For the cooked lobsters, but some folks love to have parties, and that's one of the things we do too. If you'd like to have a party, invite friends over, have them buy their tickets, cook your own lobsters, we're glad to help. This year we're trying something new as well. In addition to the lobsters and the shrimp, for an additional $5, we provide side items,
good idea.
which includes a baked potato with butter, and corn on the cob.
Oh,
freshly cooked.
Aren't y'all getting fancy?
We're trying. We had a lot of requests. Some folks,
Yeah.
particularly who were ordering 1 or 2 meals, said, "Don't you have anything to go with it?" This year we do. So
Good job.
we're looking forward to that.
Well, it's exciting. I tell you, every year it gets better and better. And I will tell you, and I've said it before from personal experience, the lobster is to die for. It is wonderful. You know, get it either way. If you're a lobster cooker, take it home, do it yourself. But I'm not, so I let you all cook it for me, and it is great.
And Kim, I do want folks to know that most of the orders are pre-sale.
That's right.
You must, so that we can know how many lobsters to invite
That's
to
right.
our fest. We'd like for you to purchase your tickets up front. You can do that by calling the partnership. All of our board of directors have tickets. Folks in the community have tickets, but the quickest and easiest way is just to call the partnership, 919-735-3371.
And say, I want to buy lobster or shrimp.
That's right. We will get your tickets to you. You tell us the time. We are providing the lobsters.
2 to 6. 2 to 6.
You choose your time. You come through. The lobsters will be ready for you.
It's so convenient. I mean, you're literally driving through. They bring it to your car. You hand them your ticket. You're done. You're out of there, and you have a great dinner.
And have a wonderful dinner.
I will say that the shrimp, which is big, nice jumbo shrimp,
Right.
it is a little spicy if they cook it for you, just a little bit. Not much. I love it.
Wonderful.
Wonderful shrimp. But they can also, you can get it frozen, take it home, and cook it at your convenience the way you want to.
Any way you want to. So.
But I will say it is great, great food, and it's all for a good cause. That's coming up on May 2nd.
May 2nd. We are trying to get our ticket sales in by April 25th. We have to let the folks in Maine know how many lobsters we want. We'll order a few extra.
But not many.
Not many. But so, as I said, all the tickets primarily are pre-sale, and we need to know by the end of the month of April how many tickets we need.
There you go. Well, folks, the lobsters are coming. Get your order in now. May 2nd is the final day, but they need your order before that. $25. You get a 2-pound package of shrimp.
Or a live or cooked lobster.
There you go. That's what's happening right here in Goldsboro at the Partnership for Children. Very proud to have joining me in the studio today are 2 gentlemen from Wayne Community College. They are award winners. We have with us Virgil Shaw Jr. and Andre Selby, both from Wayne Community College. Gentlemen, welcome to the show. We're so glad to have you here.
Thank you for having us.
Absolutely. So award winners right here from Wayne Community College.
Yes.
We're honored to have you here with us.
Thank you.
Well, tell me, if you will, Virgil, first, what your award is and what it stands for.
Well, this is the Dallas Herring Award. And the award, the philosophy is we must take the people from where they are and carry them as far as they can go. Dr. Dallas Herring in 1963 served on the State Board of Education, and he believed that education must be convenient and that it can be the determining factor in one's life. And so
He sounds like a very smart gentleman.
Yes.
So he was a philosopher.
Yes.
Is that a road you hope to follow as well?
Yes, it is.
So that's your future goals.
Yes, and to take many with me as possible.
Excellent. Well, Andre, tell me a little more about your award and what it stands for.
Well, I won the Governor Robert Scott Student Leadership Award. And to me, what it stands for is a commitment to community and service. I believe that all students can use their voices and use their abilities to put goodwill to action.
My goodness, they both sound like phenomenal awards. We just want to congratulate you for representing our community so well.
Thank you.
And Wayne Community College as well. I'm sure they're very excited for you.
Yes.
So now you all went to the state level as well and you compete at that level.
Yes.
Right.
Well, congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Well, from what I understand, both of you are outstanding examples of what can happen with a good support system and hard work.
Right.
Tell me a little more about your individual stories, how your stories are a little different than the traditional college student. If you'll start, if you don't mind.
Okay, that's fine. I was a student at Goldsboro High School, and a teacher by the name of Miss Billy Smith, who recently passed away, she believed in me, and every day she would remind me of how special I was to her. And I had the abilities to pursue a college degree if I just was willing to reach out to it. And so that's how I kind of ended up at Wayne Community College, because she inspired me to continue my education.
My goodness. Well, you know what? It sounds like in everybody's life, there seems to be that one special person that
Yes.
really does make a difference for us.
Right.
And that teacher made such a huge difference for you.
She did.
And kudos to that teacher. There's a lot of great ones out there. If you'll tell me your story as well, Andre, is yours similar or is yours very different?
Well, mine's a little different. I felt like my coming to a community college was more about coming into my own. I was a hairdresser, and I always thought of myself as more of a feeler than a thinker. I was intimidated by the idea of going to a community college. But one day I decided to try it and see if it's for me, and it has been one of the best experiences of my life.
Oh my
So,
goodness. That is amazing to hear. You know, for us to hear individual stories, we should have students come on more often, because honestly, it really is very inspiring to hear stories of individuals that are so unique and how it has totally changed your world, changed your life, changed your future, and possibly your children's futures moving
Right.
forward. You know, because education is so important and can change our lives dramatically, each and every one of us.
Right.
And you all are special, and you've proven that.
Thank
You've reached your goals. Not only have you reached your goals, but you're winning awards along the way. Can you tell us, Virgil, a little more about what you had to do to win this award and what it felt like when you found out that you had been chosen?
That's how it felt.
I'm sure, I'm
But,
sure.
to win this award, I had to write an essay
About what?
about the philosophy of Dr. Dallas Herring, and how I embodied that philosophy throughout my duration at Wayne Community College. So,
So obviously the philosophy that you embody obviously is very similar or is very much appreciated
Right.
by the committee that chose you to win this award and represent Wayne Community College
Right.
as this special achiever.
right.
Well, tell me a little more, if you will, Andre, about yours.
well, a lot of what I believe helped get me picked for this award is the fact that I've started a few programs
Wow.
for the community college, such as Lawn Love, where we take care of an elderly or disabled person's yard for a year
Oh,
free of
nice.
charge.
Oh, my goodness.
Also, we did a project called Gifts for Grands, where we collected toiletries and gifts for the holiday season and brought them to the Peggy M. Seeger Senior Center.
Oh,
And
yes.
so I think things like that, being involved with Center Stage Theater, I think they found me to be a well-rounded student, and I hope that I could do all I can to bring prestige to this award, because it means a lot to me.
Well, I'm sure, and you know what, it sounds like you both have such high goals for yourself and that you're meeting those goals and you're moving forward. Tell me about your future plans. From here, where do you plan to go?
From here, I plan to go to Barton and Wilson and to pursue a psychology degree. And I chose psychology because I think that when we understand how people think, then we can better help them to understand, and they can understand better where they're going. And if we learn to change some of our behavior, then it would help us for our outcome to be a lot better.
You know, I couldn't have said it better myself. You know, you're so right on that. You know, understanding people's behaviors is so very important in our daily lives. Just our communication skills with people. If you understand where they're coming from, you're exactly right. We can better help people move forward. And it sounds like that's a good fit for you.
Thank you.
And I'm excited for you, and I hope that goes well. Hope it goes exactly like you want it. But you've got a very good foundation right here at Wayne Community College.
Yes, I do.
And I'm sure they're very proud of you.
They are.
I'm sure. Andre, how about you? What are your future plans?
Well, I plan on attending ECU in the Partnership East program and becoming a teacher for elementary
Oh,
school.
wow. So elementary school.
Right.
Any particular grade you want to get your hands on?
I think second or third.
Really?
I feel like that has the most range of creativity and fun and learning.
Right.
So
Absolutely. What made you decide teaching was your calling?
well, just being involved in so many clubs that I'm in at school, I've realized that more important than even aptitude is confidence.
Absolutely.
And I think that starts at a very young age, and if I can be there to help someone along, then I feel like I've done my part. So,
Right.
You know, have you thought about, and I'm sure you have, that you've had these special people all along the way help you and motivate you. Have you thought about possibly doing that for someone else along the way?
Of course, I'm doing that along the way.
Oh, wow.
So I'm not only thinking about it, putting it into action. You know, so I believe that we all have a duty to help others, because even after graduation, what you don't see in the invisible ink is all the people who help you along the way.
You're so
of
right.
graduation. You just see your name up there, but it's all the people who helped you along the way. So I feel like I have a personal responsibility to help those along the way as well, who don't think that they can graduate, who have stories that parallel with my story, and sharing that story with them. That's a way of helping them, encouraging them to have the mindset, the mental poise that they can graduate. So
Wow.
I think that we're both doing that.
Yeah, it sounds like it. Andre, how about you? Have you thought about that? I'm sure you probably have.
yes, I have, and that's what a lot of teaching's about. But let me say this. This guy has been someone who has supported me also.
Oh, wow.
And so a lot of the things I want to do is because of the patience and the kindness he's shown me. Like he's
Wow.
he definitely deserves that award, and I, in some ways, want to be more like him.
Oh,
and
my
I
goodness.
definitely want to do good for people like he's done for me.
I appreciate that, and I think that it's mutual.
Oh, that's fantastic. And you know, if there are students out there, or let's say there's potential students that are right here in Wayne County in Goldsboro, and they would like to reach out and go to school, but they're frightened or they're intimidated, or they have a lot of the same feelings that
Right.
you all have. Looking right in that camera, what would you say to them?
I would encourage you to just to come out to the college, and like myself, I'm a first generation student, and you can make it if you're just willing to take a step of faith and come to the school. You can make it, because I'm no different from you. I just decided to take on the challenge of going to school. I'm doing well, so I know that you can too.
Andre, what would you say?
Well, we're all going to have to work hard anyway. I feel like make your hard work mean something. When you get out there and you show yourself and you show up, there are going to be people out there to support you. It's not a lost cause, and you definitely can make it. So.
Well, you know, you couldn't have heard it better. This is coming from student to potential student. If you're interested in being a part of Wayne Community College and changing your life, step in those doors, give them a call. That's what they're there for. There are folks out there that they take you by the hand, they guide you, they help you walk through all the steps of registering and figuring out how to pay for it, and the list goes on and on. But first of all, guys, I want to say congratulations. We're so very proud of you. We wish you the best of luck moving forward. Kudos again. I mean, you know, it just speaks volumes of your personality, of your motivation, and of the support system right there at Wayne Community College.
Thank you.
Thank you for being with us, and this is what's happening in our community at Wayne Community College.
All right. Very interesting.
Absolutely.
I'll tell you.
And those students at Wayne Community College, you know, every time when I hear that story, it really does make you sit up straight and think, you know what? Motivation. It only takes one person to motivate someone else to do something and change their life. They've done a great job. So proud of you guys. Congratulations again.
And I'll tell you what, you hear this. I mean, it doesn't happen every day, but you hear stories about this, like this, all the time, about how a young man or a young woman, they start thinking about their lives. Now, where am I going to be 20 years from now? Think about that. They actually think about it, and when they do something about it.
Usually.
They usually do something about it. It makes me proud to be an American. Truly does.
Absolutely.
Because most other countries, you don't have that opportunity.
And you also hear over and over again, you teachers out there, how much you are appreciated because you can change somebody's life quicker than anybody else.
That's true.
You heard it from both of these students here that it took a teacher to make a difference in their life and just believing in them and continuing. You heard one of the gentlemen say that teacher kept grabbing his hand every day and saying, "You're special. You're special," and finally it clicked, and he believed it. I am special. I can change my world.
My high school teachers had the biggest influence on me, and
Really?
I had a bunch of them that were really good. I went to Ragsdale, outside of Greensboro, which is actually in Jamestown, which is actually the same school Governor McCrory went to.
Oh, wow.
But thank you very much. No, he was actually a few years behind me. But anyway, I had high school teachers that were just great. Anyway,
Makes a difference.
moving on now, we've
That's
got a
right.
Mother's Day ice cream social. Oh boy.
Oh, fun.
I love ice cream.
What's your favorite kind?
Cold.
So it doesn't matter what
I
kind?
don't care. Give me ice cream.
Mint chocolate chip.
I'm not real big on sweet ice cream with the added
Okay.
stuff in it there. The mint, I'm not crazy about that. But I like all kinds of pecan.
Do you like butter pecan?
I love butter pecan.
I like that too.
Yeah, I love that.
Now, if we get into homemade, that's a whole different story.
Yeah.
I like peach.
Do you really?
I love peach.
With a little
homemade ice cream. Little chunks of
chunks
real
in it, yeah.
fresh peaches. They have
Oh,
to be
boy.
fresh. They can't be that canned stuff.
No,
No,
they can't.
Or strawberry.
I like
And the
strawberry.
strawberries are out right now. Everybody go get you some.
Yes. God, I love strawberries.
I do too. Fresh strawberries are fantastic.
Anyway, back
Sorry.
to business here. This is going to be at May 9th at noon o'clock. Looks like it's at the Senior Center. Everybody's invited, it looks like. And there you go. Have an ice cream social after lunch in celebration of Mother's Day. Ice cream sundaes will be served. Join us in honoring all the special mothers on Mother's Day. Mother's Day Friday at noon at May 9th at the Senior Center. There you go.
Wonderful, wonderful. Reminding you, Center Street Jam starts May 15th. Mark your calendars. The very first band will be Spare Change, and boy, they are great, and they're very interactive with the audience. So you definitely don't want to miss this. It's family friendly, lots of fun, free. Come on out and join us on May 15th. Free! Yes. Join us. That's right.
It is fun. It is fun. Also,
What you got?
I have something new. NC State Veterans Home in Kinston. Wednesday, May 28th, near the end of this month. You have almost a month to be concerned about this. Adria Williams, admissions coordinator for NC State Veterans Home in Kinston, will be at the Goldsboro-Wayne County Senior Center to talk about the new facility in Kinston, the North Carolina State Veterans Home. It's not NC State.
Right.
It's the NC State Veterans.
Ah, okay.
Okay, it's not for the university. NC State Veterans Home in Kinston. This program is free, open to the public. Everybody's invited to attend at the Senior Center on May 28th.
Very good. If you are looking summer camps for your child, Wayne County and Goldsboro are full of them. From Goldsboro Parks and Recreation to the Goldsboro Family Y to the Arts Council of Wayne County, and the list goes on and on.
From sea to shining sea.
We do have a tremendous amount of summer camps. So check it out. There's lots to choose from. There's a good fit for your child out there. Arts Council of Wayne County, of course, everything will be artistic. Imagine that.
Imagine that.
Imagine
Arts
that.
Council.
And at the Goldsboro Parks and Recreation and at the Goldsboro Family Y, they have very specific camps from volleyball to soccer. The list goes on and on, so check them out if you're
Is this
looking a
at,
place for your child.
artsinwayne.org?
Artsinwayne.org is the Arts Council. Certainly is.
All right, we got to go.
Yes, we do.
We're out of time. We'll be back again tomorrow morning at 7 o'clock, and then you can catch us as the program repeats throughout the day. Please join us. It's been fun. We'll have more fun.
Yes, we will.
We'll be back tomorrow. Okay, so until tomorrow, I'm Wayne Alley.
And I'm Kim Best, and this is what's happening in your community.